Petco Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padres gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padre gang. Yeah, they.
All right. Usually I'd say good day, everybody, but it's not a good day, so I'm not going to act like it is. Fernando Tatis Jr. is out for the year, violated Major League Baseball's performance-enhancing drugs policy, according to Jeff Passan today. Sorry, I need to get my camera adjusted here. My computer, I literally did this episode during this Padres game, but my computer is not working. The mic's not working. Supposedly, I guess I was on mute the entire time, so I apologize for that. And so I am doing this on my iPad, so hopefully you can hear me. If anyone is live here, let me know that you can hear me, so we know that the volume is good, because the first time I went through this, that was like my real raw reaction, and I'm going to try to give that again. But the first time around, it was a lot better probably than it's going to be this time around. But with that said, welcome to episode 215 of the Talking Friars podcast and YouTube show. I'm your host, Ben Fadden. Okay, we're good in the comments. Thank you. So, yeah, bad news today, obviously. Fernando done for the year. His fault, 23 years old, suspended 80 games today by Major League Baseball, violated its joint prevention and treatment program. He's going to miss the rest of this year and the first probably like 30 or so games of next year, maybe 40 games. Depending on how long the Padres are in the postseason, that's how long he's going to miss. The Padres released a statement today. Tatis released a statement. AJ Preller spoke to the media today. And Tatis and Preller, they have not spoke. Tatis did not call Preller directly to inform him of this news. So that shows, I think, some lack of maturity on his part as well. Obviously, it's a lack of maturity just doing this. Tatis said he inadvertently took a medication to treat ringworm that contained clostebol, and he said I should have used the resources available to me in order to ensure that no banned substances were in what I took. I failed to do so. I want to apologize to Peter, AJ, the entire Padres organization, my teammates, Major League Baseball, and fans everywhere for my mistake. I have no excuse for my error, and I would never do anything to cheat or disrespect this game I love. Guess what? That comment means nothing to me. You can say you wouldn't cheat. You don't want to disrespect the game that you love. Well, you should have been more mature. You should have actually been a team leader and should have double-checked, triple-checked with all of these resources that you have to make sure that there was no clostebol in the the medication you were getting to treat ringworm. I don't believe that it was ringworm. Sorry, I'm just not going to. Look, I'm looking around what clostebol is and all that, and the first thing that I look up here on Google when I look up what clostebol is, it says it's a steroid. It says that it is frequently used in sports to increase physical performance. That's one of the main links. When you look up clostebol, that's one of the first links that pops up for me. So you can believe this ringworm story if you want to. That's for anyone that doesn't know, ringworm is kind of like a common skin infection. It can cause rashes and stuff. But look, there's other ways probably that you can treat ringworm, and he should have been smarter. Even if this was ringworm, still I really don't believe that. But even if it was, you got to be smarter. You literally just go to any resource that you have and say, hey, does any of this stuff in here that I'm going to take or that I want to take, does any of this stuff go against Major League Baseball's drug policy? If it does, then tell me and I'm not going to take it. That's not what happened. It's just immaturity on his part. He's let down the team. He's let down the fans that were excited for him, like myself, that had tickets to almost every game next weekend for the National Series because we were excited that he was going to come back, and slap in the face to all of us, slap in the face to his teammates that were smart enough, if they were ever dealing with anything, they asked trainers and they asked doctors to make sure anything that they're taking, any of that stuff that's in there is not illegal. They did their part. Tatis did not. And what really, it pisses me off because now this is 1 year of Manny's prime. It's a year of Soto's prime. It's a year of Tatis's own, maybe his prime, Musgrove's prime. Go down the line. One of 2 years of haters control that the Padres have. That they're not going to have their best chance at winning the World Series anymore because of Tatis's dumb decisions. I want to say decisions because he obviously had the motorcycle accident before the season started. I didn't want to get too mad at him when that happened because, okay, go have fun. I thought he should have been smarter about it, but I didn't want to get too mad at him about that. But now it's like, okay, how many strikes do you want me to give you? I'm going to be pissed off about this because this clearly could have been avoidable. I probably said on a podcast or a reaction or whatever when the motorcycle thing happened that this could have been avoidable as well. The motorcycle accident, that is. This could be avoidable too. So both you can make the case that could have been avoidable. This one definitely could have been avoidable. Like, okay, in the off season, if you want to ride a motorcycle, I prefer you not to. But look, you're a young kid. I don't want to take away your freedom, right? But this, it's like, dude, you have a responsibility here. This team's giving you $340 million. You're supposed to be one of the leaders on this team. There are countless kids, countless fans that look up to you, and they're wearing your jersey and purchasing your jersey, and they're going to give you a standing ovation next week when you return. Oh, wait, now you're going to piss that all away because you just didn't ask someone around you, didn't ask any of the resources that you had. Hey, am I allowed to take this? Is this illegal? Is this legal? Didn't do that. That's where I'm mad about it. It's like you got to be more mature than that. And AJ Preller spoke to the media today, and I want to play this. I don't know if you might not be able to hear it. Yeah, you might not be able to hear it. I'll just pull up the quote then, because I do have my headphones on. So we already talked about Tatis's statement about apologizing to Peter, AJ, Padres organization, teammates, Major League Baseball, fans for his mistake. He has no excuse for his error. My mic, fix my mic. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Because the last time I did this, I recorded this, I wasn't live, and my mic wasn't working. I spoke for like 40 minutes, and no one could hear anything I was saying. You can hear me. Okay. So, look, we already talked about Tatis and what he said, and AJ Preller, he spoke to the media today, and I loved what he told the media. He pretty much he held Fernando accountable. He said that he and Fernando have not talked. They have not spoken. And by the way, the Padres are winning right now. Last time I saw it was like 8-0. Grisham's homered. Grisham's like, forget Tatis. I mean, Manny drove in a couple runs. AJ Preller, here we go. So he said, speaking to reporters, I think what we need to get to is a point in time where we trust. Like, we trust Fernando is what he's saying. Over the course of the last 6 or 7 months, I think that's been something that we haven't really been able to have. Haven't been able to have trust. And I put this out on Twitter. If you cannot trust your $340 million player, you gave $340 million to this guy already, and you can't trust him, that's problematic. It's not the Padres' really fault. Like, it's not their fault. They should have probably given him the contract. Like, this probably was an underpay compared to what he would get in free agency, but they were probably assuming, hey, he's going to be more mature when as the contract goes farther and farther, as the years go on, he's going to get more mature. Because you would think that's what regular superstars, when they get the money and there's all these expectations, you get more mature. And just as you get regular human beings, usually when you get older, you get more mature. That hasn't really happened with Fernando. Despite having Hosmer in the clubhouse before he was traded, despite having Manny and all that, like, he's not a team leader on this team. He's just not. Sorry in the comments. It says my voice sounds crackly. I don't want to plug out my headphones because then I don't know if it's going to work. And so I don't want to mess it up again. So just bear with me here. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I apologize. Look, I've already tried to record. I already recorded my reaction to this for like a half an hour during this Padre game already, and I uploaded it, and people said that they couldn't hear me at all. So hopefully this is better than that. But Fernando, it's just he's not a leader on this team right now. He's just not. You cannot say to anyone and realistically think that you're telling the truth when you say Fernando's a leader. He's not. Manny's a leader. Musgrove's a leader. Soto, it's been a week, and he's already a better leader than Fernando is for this team. You know? Guys that lead with their actions. Jake Cronenworth, like, those guys are leaders. Obviously, Bob Melvin and the coaching staff is tremendous, right? And A.J. Preller, in the past, has he been a little misguiding about injuries and all that? Sure, I understand that, but he ripped into Fernando without getting too loud, if that makes sense. Like it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that this happened. I'm not going to excuse Fernando of this. He didn't excuse himself of it, but look, AJ said action. He pretty much said to the media today, actions are louder than words. It's one thing to say it. You got to, prove it through your actions. And again, if you're just tuning in, Preller said to the media today, what we have to get to at a point in time is where we trust Fernando. Over the course of the last 6-7 months, I think that's been something that we haven't really been able to have. They can't trust Fernando right now, and they have every right not to trust Fernando right now. We as fans, we have every right not to trust Fernando right now. We just do. Because why should we trust him? We have no reason to trust him right now. So, from him not calling AJ directly today and talking to him, it's just embarrassing, I think. I'm not going to be wearing my Fernando Tatis Jr. jersey anymore, at least until he regains my trust. I don't know when he's going to regain my trust or if he can regain my trust. Again, I'm not going to fall for the ringworm stuff, just not. Look, when you look up what he did and what he took, it's like, dude, it says steroids all over it. Brandon Drury, I guess, just hit a 2-run home run. That's cool. Let me pull up the game, actually, because I want to see it. But yeah, it sucks. The Padres, can they go win the World Series this year? Sure. We saw the Braves win the World Series last year, right? Without Fernando. And so this could be actually a rallying thing. Padres fans, let's go support this team without Fernando. Let's go watch this team. And this team is probably going to say to themselves in the clubhouse, they probably said it right after AJ told them of the news before the game, because he did, that Fernando's tested positive, he's out for the year. He told the players the news. The players are probably like, hey, you know what? F him for right now, for this season, because he doesn't matter this season. Forget about him. We don't need him. Let's go prove to the world, to the doubters, that we can go win a World Series without him. I think they can win the World Series without him if everything is clicking. But it's obvious that their chances of winning the World Series have gone down, because having a 7-win player and a guy who hit 40 home runs last year, 42 bombs in your lineup, obviously is better than having Ha-Seong Kim or Trent Grisham in your lineup. Now, I say that as Grisham hit a bomb earlier today, and Kim's been playing better. But look, it's a big blow, obviously. He's your star shortstop. He was going to probably be hitting leadoff or top 3 in your order when he returned. He was a finalist for the MVP last year, even though he had some injuries. This guy's a game changer. And so to not have him, it's going to suck. But these players, they've been playing without him for the entire year, and they're in a postseason spot. Go win without him. Go prove to the Dodger fans that want to rub it in our faces, to the Giants fans that want to rub it in our faces, go prove it to them that we can go win this thing without Fernando. You got to move on and keep winning. And the Padres are winning right now. 10-2 in the 8th inning. Ha-Seong Kim just doubled. Manny's driven in runs. Soto's driven in a run. So you love what we're seeing out of this Padres lineup right now in the first game since Fernando's officially been done for the season. But it's obviously a big blow. I'm trying to pull up some more quotes here from Preller. Because the sound is good. Like, you could tell that he was disappointed. Like, that disappointment was in his voice. But the audio probably wouldn't work because I had my headphones on here. Preller said he did not learn of Tatis this news that he failed the drug test until he received a call at about 3:45 on the East Coast, which is where he is right now. So pretty late. I don't know if I read this already. Dennis Lynn says, Preller said, I think we're hoping that from the offseason to now, there would have been some maturity. And obviously with the news today, it's more of a pattern and something we've got to dig a little bit more into. I'm sure he's very disappointed, but at the end of the day, it's one thing to say it. You have to start showing it with your actions. You have to start by showing it with your actions. Like, I love that from AJ. He is holding Tatis accountable. He's not saying, well, of course he supports him, but he's not going to be behind Tatis here. He's like, no, dude, you got to grow up. That's essentially what he's saying. You got to grow up. It's you saying this and you apologizing. That means nothing to us right now. You got to go prove it with your actions. At what point here? This is another thing. And I've already talked about it, right? Or maybe I talked about it when I was reacting during the episode that no one could hear because the mic wasn't working. But at what point do we ask ourselves, is this guy a team player or is he not? Because a team player, a real team leader, would he have rid that motorcycle or rode the motorcycle in the offseason? Maybe, because he wants to have fun. That's the mode of transportation. Okay. But if he was a real team player, would he have asked the resources, the trainers, the doctors, other people? Would he ask people if anything that he's taking to treat this ringworm, is any of this illegal? That's what a real team player would have done. Because he would have said, hey, I don't want to risk anything here. Because if I take something that's illegal, guess what? I'm out for the year. I'm out for the postseason. And my team's chances of winning the World Series just went down. He didn't do that. So right now, he's not a leader on this team. Right now, he's not a team player. He's just not. And sure, we're all going to probably end up loving the guy, at some point. But right now, it's hard to like. You can't like him right now. I'm really disappointed in this guy. And I think that makes me love Juan Soto even more. It makes me love Manny even more. You go back to the fight in the dugout last year, Manny saying it's not about you. Steve says that in the comments there. Like, yeah, at some point, this guy's got to look at himself in the mirror and say, do I want to be a team player here or not? Like, the Padres already invested so much time in you, so much money in you, that statute contract and all that. Like, at some point, you got to change your actions, man. And you let down kids. I've already said this. You let down kids. How about all those kids that have your jersey? How about all those kids that have the Tatis headband or whatever? That fake head, the hair, What about all those kids that were 23 in Little League? What about the fans? All these season ticket holders like my family that pay money to go watch you play and go help this team win. You let all of us down. That's what happened. And I hope he realizes that. And I hope he comes out of this suspension as a real team player and a leader. But right now, that's not what he is. Right now, we have a right to be disappointed. But what I want to take away right now is that this is a chance for the Padres to have a chip on their shoulder here and say, hey, there's going to be people that's going to doubt us here. Let's go prove them wrong. Let's make Fernando say, hey, you know what? I'm never going to do this again because I wish I was a part of this team. I wish I would have went and won a World Series with this team. Let's go do that. That's what the player's mentality probably should be. And so, yeah, I'm pissed off. You guys are probably pissed off. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. If you want to support the channel, use the super chat button if it's available. I don't know. I'm doing this on my iPad, so I have no idea. On regular videos, you can use the super thanks button. But yeah, a disappointing day. I'm glad that the Padres are winning right now. I think they're up 10-2. But yeah, this ringworm stuff, not buying it, could have probably prevented it elsewhere. Not elsewhere, but like in some other fashion, right? Tatis is not going to get to play a full season until he's like 25 because he got hurt in 19. 20 was a short year. Last year was hurt a little bit. This year didn't play a single game. A single game. Imagine telling yourself that before or even maybe after the motorcycle accident, Hey, Ben, guess what? Soto's going to play more games than Fernando's going to play for the San Diego Padres this year. I would have said, what? You're crazy. Remember that timeline? The Padres were like, yeah, maybe June, maybe July. It's middle of August, and he wasn't even going to return till next week. And we were so excited about that return, and he was going to have like 40 games with the Padres in the regular season. Now he's going to have 0. He's going to finish 2022 with 0 games played, 0 postseason games played, a 0 batting average, a 0 OPS, a 0 on base percentage, no home runs, no RBIs, no stolen bases. But he's going to have a lot of games on his couch. Hope it was worth it, man. Hope it was worth it to not double check. Certainly wasn't worth it for us fans because you stole a lot of people's happiness. Fans are still going to be happy. I'm still happy about this team, but I'm sure a lot of fans are not happy right now. They're not happy today. That's for sure. So, yeah, very, very disappointing day, and I'm pissed off at him. I think we have to be pissed off at him. Got to hold this guy accountable, and AJ has done that, and I'm sure Bob Melvin will do that post-game when he makes comments. What inning are we in here? Bottom of the 8th, Robert Suarez on the mound. So it's 10-2. I'm glad they've got this win. That's great. Manny's driven in some runs. Soto, the Nationals, yeah, they weren't great defensively, at least today, but so that's a great start. Hopefully they sweep this series. I think they should sweep this series and start this, really good stretch here of winning games after Fernando has been announced as being out for the year and being suspended. Have that chip on your shoulder and say, hey, we're going to go win this without Fernando. Or we're going to prove to the world that we can win this without him. That's what their mindset should be. All right, let's go through some comments here. Steve, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here, whether that's live or on replay or on the podcast. I appreciate all of you. He said, let's go Padres. Forget about Fernando. Dude is lying and got caught. Yeah, I don't want to totally accuse him of lying, but I guess I kind of am because I just don't believe that ringworm stuff. I just don't. I've never heard of it before today. And if you're going to use that excuse, and that's why you took it, even if it is ringworm, like I said earlier, like, dude, it's not that hard. Go ask your trainers and your doctors, hey, can I take this? Is there anything illegal in this? You're not like me trying to take this and have to just use the internet. Like, you can use the internet, you can use all these trainers and all these doctors, team doctors and all that. You have all the resources in the world and you didn't do that. That's immaturity. Just is. Yep, I agree. Move on. Ray, we just got to have a next man up mentality. Carson says, at least we have Brandon Drury. Yeah. I mean, he's been really, really good. I think he homered tonight. Yeah. So he should have like 5 home runs right now in like about a week with the Padres. Yeah, good point here, Tupac 13. He was playing soccer as well during rehab. I know that's conditioning and all that, but remember on Sunday Night Baseball, he was going really hard and he fell on his wrist. Nothing happened, but Apple TV Plus here, great graphic. April 2019, 34 games missed. August 2019. Hang on, let me get a screenshot of this. Oh, hang on. Okay, so this is a great graphic here to put in perspective this injury. So, April 2019, this is Tatis. Left hamstring strain, 34 games missed. August 2019, had the back stress reaction, 43 games missed. April 2021, left shoulder subluxation, 9 games missed. May 2021, COVID, 8 games missed. July 2021, this is his 5th thing missed. Left shoulder inflammation, 13 games missed. December 2021, left wrist fracture, 114 games missed. And now you have the suspension, and he's going to miss 80 games. Add that up. That is a lot of games missed. That is a ton of games missed. For a guy they're giving $340 million to. He's got to grow up. Literally. He just has to grow up. I'm going to actually tweet this. I'm going to get to your comments here. Don't worry. Hang on. But yeah, that is a lot of games. A lot of games to be missing this early in your career. Has not played a full season yet. And the part that sucks the most about it is some of these were definitely controllable. It's not like the hamstring strain or whatever where he was just going all out. No, the motorcycle, this, suspensions, you can control it. This graphic that I was just talking about, that's not even counting the 80 games. All right. Yeah, I encourage you to hit that like button, subscribe, share. I appreciate that, Tupac13. Kevy says, I'm not even upset about if he was going to be back. He would have been back already. I have inside information that the clubhouse doesn't like Tatis. Well, sorry, I think they like him, but he's immature right now. He's not a leader. Yep, Roberto, we're all disappointed. All disappointed. Dan says, who replaces Tatis? Kim. Kim's the shortstop. And Grisham and Myers, they're going to play center field. Grisham, this is a chance for him to prove himself, right? He's going to get everyday playing time, or almost everyday playing time as a center fielder. This is a chance for him to prove himself. This is a chance for Ah-Sung Kim to really blossom, playing every day, and hopefully they make the postseason, and he's going to get to be the starting shortstop of a postseason team. This is their chances to shine. The time to shine thing at the beginning of the year, the hashtag and all that, it's their time to shine. Yeah, Omar, might as well do the shoulder surgery now. Yeah, he did. He didn't do that before the season. And, yeah, I mean, he's going to miss. The first time I recorded this when it was on mute, and so all of my thoughts I was just talking to myself, essentially. I was talking about how if he did the shoulder surgery, he's going to miss like 8 or 9 months anyway without it. Like, what's his first game back? His first game back would be mid-April, right? Or end of April, So, yeah, you're going to miss 8 months anyway. Yeah, get the surgery, Yeah, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. For anyone, by the way, I do want to make this clear. Anyone that's saying trade him or, I saw some dummy say restock the farm. No, you don't trade the guy. He's super talented, but this guy needs to be more mature. Manny needs to have a serious conversation with this guy. Shoot, Juan Soto, Joe Musgrove, them 3, Bob Melvin, they should all be in a room and talk to this guy and say, hey, dude, we're trying to win a World Series here. We're going to try without you this year. Next year, when you come back, you probably need to get your head out of your butt and just be more mature. Be more of a team leader, please. You're a big part of this team. We believe in you. AJ Preller has invested tons of time and money into you. Peter Seidler has as well. I mean, this is a slap in the face to Peter Seidler too. Like, you got to be better, man. You got to be better. This is 2 lessons now that you got to learn from. Like, I thought he was going to learn from the first one. Now here's another one. Here's another strike. How many strikes do you want? Yeah, Spec says, could that be the reason why he was seen at UCSD? I don't know if that picture is from today. There are pictures that came out today of him at the airport today, and Preller said that he's in San Diego, and they saw those pictures as well on Twitter. So those are probably accurate. He was in a pink sweatshirt, hoodie, glasses to make sure that he wasn't being seen. And I guess we know why. We were wondering, hey, the AA San Antonio Missions lineup isn't out, and there's like an hour plus till game time. Why is that? Well, here you go. He wasn't even in Frisco, you know? And I still don't like the look of him not calling AJ directly and someone close to Tatis calling AJ. I don't like that. I think you just got to own up to it and go talk to the guy that's invested so much time in you, the guy that scouted and traded for you, and you wouldn't be in this situation with millions and millions of dollars if it wasn't for Preller trading for you. You would not be a Padre without Preller identifying you. Like, you owe it to just be a man and go call the guy. You know, it was your mistake. Own up to it. Don't just own up to it in a written statement. Call the guy, have a conversation. I'm sure they will at some point, but that's a bad look to have someone else call and deliver the news. I think that's a bad look. Yeah, Kenny, he says, I'm not being a hater, I'm being honest. Why can't fans be honest with themselves? He all let us down. Look at AJ, he's pissed. I agree. AJ's pissed. We all should be pissed. He did let us down. He let the fans down, and probably more important to him, he let his teammates down. You know, all this rehab time, hitting in the cages, all that, down the toilet. Just flush it right down the toilet. Means nothing. Why? Because of a decision he made. Not being safe, not double checking. That's on him. And he admitted it. But look, actions speak louder than words. And I'm frustrated with him. We're all pissed off at him. We should be. I don't know the next time I'm going to wear my Tatis jersey. Just saying that right now. Yeah, it's really, really disappointing. All right, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to upload this. It was supposed to be out already. My initial reaction, this is now my second reaction, so I've been talking about this for probably like an hour plus now. This is the second time around because half hour here, half hour, probably 45 minutes the previous time. So I appreciate all your time. This has been episode 215 of the Talking Friars podcast and YouTube show, brought to you by Gaglione Bros Famous Cheesesteaks and Garlic Fries. GaglioneBros.com is their website. Great cheesesteaks, great garlic fries. If you want to go to Petco Park during this national series coming up next week to go watch our real Padres, the guys that are actual leaders right now, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, Joe Musgrove, you can go to Gaglione Bros while you're there. Great sponsors. I recommend you check them out. That's going to do it. Ben Fadden signing off here. Go Padres. Believe in this team still. Keep the faith. And hopefully they have a chip on their shoulder and they go win this without Fernando. All right, see ya.